Hey, little bitches. Welcome to the channel. So we're going to be days since last drama vid. Hey, I haven't been on YouTube a whole lot. I've been working, trying to get licensed, stuff like that, studying for tests, but I'm going to drop a vid because I've heard some drama has been brewing. I saw a video a couple days ago, not going to lie. Apparently everybody's mad at Chloe for doing something, so we're gonna watch this vert video. Okay, and I've got another window open, so we're just gonna go through it a little bit. I've watched a couple minutes here, but I just decided to start it over and then I'll record and get some more reaction to what he's saying. I have a hard time paying attention, so I probably missed half of what he said in the first couple minutes anyways, but let's go.
Years all eyes on me and I'ma send it up the pot. Ay, put the wrong label on me, I'ma get them dropped. Ay, sweet chin.
We're reacting, folks. We're reacting. I don't know what all I need to do to really get this monetized.
Music and I won't pay.
Okay, maybe.
All right, genuinely, all jokes aside from the intro, this isn't going to be like a put Chloe on a pitchfork and just absolutely roast her for what's going on. I just want to give a fair take on how I feel about it. I feel pretty passionately about this. Yeah, I kind of think it's ridiculous, but I want to give a fair take. What's going on? Well, Chloe was recently at Worlds, and at this event, they have staff promos. It's a promo card with a staff stamped onto it, and these cards are exclusive. They're hard to get, so people usually sell them for a ton of money. Scalping. Before we...
Yes, they do sell them for a ton of money. I traded for one of those at a card show in Arizona. Some pretty pricey cards, so ones that I wanted to keep, but you know, now I have that graded in a 10, so I think it's a 10. Better be a 10. They are pricey, but you know what, there's a lot of cards that are pricey right out the gate, so let's see what more he has to say about that.
Continue in the video. Let me read you the definition of scalping. Resell at a large or quick profit. Scroll down a little bit. People also ask, what is considered scalping? Scalping is a trading style that specializes in profiting off small price changes and making a fast profit off reselling.
Okay, small price changes. That's what scalping is. Small price changes and making a profit off of reselling. That's what we all do. I sell shit. Not necessarily does it have to be fast money. My money ain't fast because I'm a small ass channel. Your money's probably a lot faster with your mystery packs. So you're just basically repackaging packs that already exist. You could go to friggin' Walmart, Target, whatever, or you could even go to psapikachu.com and, you know, buy packs there for even less. So, and then you could resell them, which is what a lot of us do, including yourself, Vert. So, you know, does it matter? Does it matter once you know the definition, what it is exactly you're selling and for what price? If I get a first edition Charizard that somebody doesn't really understand the value of and I resell it for a considerable amount of money, more than what I paid for it, I'm essentially scalping, and anybody I think in this hobby would kind of jump on those opportunities. I don't think, you know, why do you think we have videos where people go to yard sales and they freaking pay, you know, bottom dollar for a fucking collection or whatever, or find some collection somewhere and pay really low amount of money, not letting the seller know that what they have is essentially gold? How many of those videos exist? So, you know, you're turning that for a profit. Are you a scalper? By definition, yes, we all are. We're scalping everything. We're buying from people that could sell, you know, that have a distributor that could sell their stuff for even more of a profit margin for themselves, but instead they keep their prices low so that people like us could still have our own margins. So, all right, let's get on with the video. But, we're all scalpers. He's a scalper. Fucking everybody's a scalper.
This is literally what Pokey Chloe did. In Opossum's recent video, make sure you go check out he has 2 recent videos on this.
I feel like if you guys were like, at card party, all playing grab ass with each other, you're going to have a little bit of a bias with each other if you guys were making friends and shit like that and hanging out. You know what I'm saying? Like, so to try to like plug somebody else while you're trying to, give a critique is kind of gay. So I don't know. That's just my opinion.
This actually, but the first one, he shows how much Chloe allegedly bought these cards for. This is alleged, it's not factual, but allegedly.
Word on the street is that these actually were purchased for about 100 pounds. I don't know if that's true. I don't know 100% if that's the case or anything like that. However, I guarantee these are being turned and flipped for a profit, and there's 6 available right there.
And Opossum gives his take on the matter, which I 110% fully agree with everything he's saying.
So
again, that's part of the grab ass bias. When you go to an event where a bunch of people are at and you become friends and shit like that and you hang out, you tend to start to agree with whatever the fuck it is they're saying, and that's kind of gay.
6 promos right here going for $1,000. Now, is this scalping? That's the real question here. I truly have my own opinion on this stuff, and it's crazy that like some people have problems with people doing shit with the merch, but when it comes to cards, people can kind of like walk around the whole thing and justify the exact same actions because certain names are attached to it.
And let me just say this, because there were vendors and shit like that at Card Party. Now, when you're usually at a convention setup like that and there's vendors, those guys are usually buying collections and then selling them. So what they do is they'll buy a collection at 60, 70, 80% of its value. And that same exact fucking day, they'll sell it for 100% of its value. So is that not fucking scalping? And you're going to these events and supporting all of that. Are you not? So, where is your brain at? Where does it fucking... Where? We're all trying to make fucking money. What kind of car do you... what kind of car do you fucking drive? What kind of house do you live in? Is any of that because of what you're doing here on YouTube? Is it because you're turning a profit on the shit that you buy and sell? Is it scalping? Yes. We're all scalpers. Come on. By definition. Get the fuck over it.
Kind of goofy to watch someone hold 6 available cards right here and sell them for $1,000 fucking dollars each. That's what's kind of goofy.
This isn't like a choose Opossum or choose your friends type of deal. Before we get into this, I do want to say I'm cool with both parties. I've always been, every time I've seen Chloe out or Dean out, they've always been nice to me. I've joined Chloe's live streams before. She always says hi. She's always been super nice to me. And overall, in this video, this is, I don't dislike Chloe whatsoever, and I hope she doesn't dislike me for putting this video out. I think we should call out people for their mistakes. I've been called out for mistakes in the past. I take good criticism. Does this overall make Chloe a terrible person? Absolutely not. I think it's just, it is a mistake though. I think it's 110% a mistake. I'm getting off on it.
So what should she do? Should she buy them, even if she got them at whatever the price Opossum is saying? If she got them at that price, should she sell them for, I don't know, 150 pounds just to make a 50-pound profit? And then that person's going to then either grade it or whatever, or just wait until the optimal time for them to resell that at a later point when it's even more valuable. It could be a month down the road because, like I said, like you said, those cards are very limited. They have an immediate value well above what they intentionally might, or not intentionally, initially might sell for. Yeah. So she's going to sell it just to maintain what you feel like is integrity. And then somebody else is going to get their hands on it who's going to. This is just the world we live in. Everybody's out here trying to make a freaking profit. So you know, if she's going to sell it at its potential highest price point ever throughout its existence, because this is what's my world's card is older. It's a 2010, and I don't think the price is going to really move much from what it is. That's the thing we got to kind of try to consider, is that I think that card's going to be like flat at around $1,000 in cost USD, which is what this card is going for. And a lot of other world's cards go for about $1,000 graded. So, you know, even if this card gets graded, will it even go above its sell price? I don't know. It might, for a temporary period of time, be a lot higher, but it's going to drop back down and kind of level out, I think, at whatever she has it listed as. But point is that that card has an immediate value, and you can see that across the board with all these worlds cards. So if she doesn't sell it at that price, somebody else will. So who would you rather have? Some fucking joker get their hands on this card for super cheap that doesn't even give two shits about the hobby? Just some regular schmo who can't even name 5 Pokemon. He's gonna sell this card for that price if he could get it off of Chloe for an even lesser price. And these are the type of guys that sit around on the internet with bots just waiting to buy the shit up. So it's always gonna fall into the wrong hands. It doesn't fucking matter. So like I said, if she's already gonna sell it at its peak price, it's not gonna move from there. She makes a good bit of money. That's fine. That way, you know, the price doesn't just keep jacking up after that. If she sells it already at its top dollar price, people aren't going to be willing to move any higher unless they're already rich and don't give a fuck about spending money. And you know, nobody who's broke is going to get their hands on that card anyways. So there's certain products in this community that are out of reach of the average person anyways. We all know this. It's always going to be that way. There's always going to be certain products that will be always out of reach of the common person that's only got $5 to spend a week every time they go to Walmart and they pick up one check lane blister. That's it. And then they pray for the best luck and outcome. So, you know, there's different classes within this hobby, and these cards always fall under high class. They're always going to. You're not going to escape high class with these cards. So to even get mad about this whole situation kind of is kind of stupid in my opinion, because like you probably got a bunch of shit behind you, Vert, that people can't afford on their fucking budget, and you're not going to sell it for under that just to appease them. You know, it's like, are you going to sell all that shit behind you for its not even its MSRP, what you would get at like Walmart, Target, but at its wholesale price, or maybe just $1 more? Would you do that? Would you sell all those fucking Evolution boxes behind you, the Jolteon, Vaporeon, and Flareon boxes? Would you sell those for their original price? I think they were coming out at what, $40, maybe less. I think they were like 35. I can't remember, but they were stupid cheap, and now they're over what, almost $200, maybe more. Sell them at their regular price, otherwise you're a scalper. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you ever get to the point where you have to sell that shit, you're not going to sell it for its original price, but you're going to turn a quick profit on it. Even if you held it for a year, the profit is still fast at the time of sale, because there's going to be people that want that product because it's highly sought after. So it will be fast profit the minute you say, okay, I don't want this anymore, it's for sale.
Tangent. Let's talk about what the fuck happened. Then Opossum shows a picture of Chloe having 6 copies of one of these staff promos. And
how many copies of everything you got behind you? Again, you've got multiples. Look at Cool Trainer Ryan. He's got a fucking shelves full of fucking product, right? I mean, he's not really necessarily selling it all, but he's got a lot of shit.
And is selling them at 750 euros.
And to touch on that a little bit more is that if he ever needed to sell it, he would. Just say everything else goes wrong in his life. He fucking loses his job and his YouTube channel fucking takes a dump and What's he gonna do? He's not gonna sell all that shit. He's gonna turn a quick profit on it and sell it for its market value. So it'll be above what he purchased it at by a large amount. So, you know, everybody would turn it. Does that make him a scalper? Yes.
I'm actually an idiot and say euros through this entire video. It
You are. Learn your symbols.
is the symbol for pounds. It doesn't make a huge difference, but just wanted to clear that up. She has them listed under pounds, not euros. I'm a dummy. But regardless, all my opinions on this subject do stay the same. That is the definition of scalping if she got them at 100 euros, which, to be honest, this is just a guess. I've been to events before. Being as big of a creator as Chloe is, I personally think she got them for free. Who knows? That is just my guess. Regardless, though, whether it's 100 euros,
That's all speculation. You can't really use that as. It's like if I was like, well, I personally think, like you're in a courtroom, right? I personally think, all right, do you have the evidence at hand? Otherwise, that shit gets thrown the fuck out. So nobody cares about that. And I watched Rattle's video. Look, Rattle's a goofball most of the time. I'm not really big on him. He just fucking acts like he's so much better than everybody else. I used to like Rattle in the beginning, and then I just like listened to him, and he's like the same fucking thing every fucking time. And it's not like, oh, you know, and I see in his comments like, oh, I'm glad you pointed this out. You're doing a service for the community. He's not stopping anybody from doing shit. He's just reporting on it. That's all he's doing. He's not like knee deep in the game, fucking going out there and like, you know, like these predator hunters and shit like that, catching freaking child predators in the act at a grocery store. He's not like those type of people. He's not hunting these people down and fucking, you know, bringing them to justice. He's just reporting on it. So, you know, just bringing it to light doesn't really fucking do much other than let you know what's really going on. I can tell you what the fuck's going on in the ocean. Sharks are fucking eating fish, and so are whales. It doesn't mean that it's stopping sharks and fucking whales from eating fish. It's just happening.
Getting them for free, even at 250 euros, to turn around and sell these at 750 euros and 6 copies of them is insane. Let's do the math on this real quick. 750 euros minus 100 euros equals 650.
Did you need a calculator for that, bro? How?
50 euros. Now we times that by 6 coffee, or 6
what? What are you, a Starbucks Princess Valley girl?
coffees. 6 copies, and we have 3,900 in profit. It's a good little profit. It's a fast profit. Scalping. I wanted to go to Worlds so bad. I wanted to be.
It's always a fast profit. The minute you put a freaking price tag on it and it sells, it's always a fast profit. Just because you hold something doesn't mean it's not a fast profit. Because a lot of people hold shit and it's just collection to you. It looks good behind you. You're writing it off on your fucking taxes because it's in your video. So it doesn't really cost you shit. Because this all becomes a fucking tax write-off at some point. So the minute you try to sell it, it's a fast profit.
At Worlds so freaking bad. In Hawaii, I wanted to go. I applied as a creator. I got rejected. It's okay. That's okay. Well, one day we'll make it, people. We'll make it one day. But my point in case is that, me included, a lot of people dream.
What did he say? Hold on.
We'll make it, people. We'll make it one day.
Oops,
but
didn't go
so freaking bad. In Hawaii, I wanted to go. I applied as a creator. I got rejected.
Oh, he wanted to
It's
go.
okay. That's okay. Well, one day we'll make
wild.
it, people. We'll make it one day. But my point in case is that, me included, a lot of people dream of going to Worlds, and being Pokey Chloe, she has a ton of fans that dream of going to Worlds, and a lot of people that dream of
So do
owning
you.
one of these staff cards. So imagine you get to see your creator or your favorite creator.
Honestly, like, until I had a staff card of my own that somebody brought up into my face as a trade, I had no idea they were really, you know, a thing or anything of real value. Like there's a lot of staff cards out there that doesn't, like, they haven't moved a lot from their initial values. So I don't think a lot of people really dream of having these cards. They're not like that fucking, like, you know, magnificent to where everybody's just dying to have a staff card. There's like, it's, you know, like a niche of people who want to own like promo stuff. And yeah, there's a few people out there, but it's not like, oh my gosh, people in droves dying to get their hands on a staff card. Not really.
Chloe, go to this awesome event that you wish you could be at. You wish you could get one of these cards one day. To see that person turn around and upcharge a shitload of money for these cards, I just think that's like a fucking, it's turning on your people. I don't know. I don't like it at all. I don't like it whatsoever. This would be like, let's take a Ryan Trahan, somebody who's, you know, very loved on YouTube in general. This would be like him going out and buying a bunch of PlayStation 5s when they were really hard to get your hands on and turning around and selling them for a profit. That's literally what's happening here.
Again, everybody was already doing that. You couldn't find a fucking PS5 because of fucking people that were doing that. That's the only reason why you couldn't find one. And so even if Homebro that you mentioned was to be doing that, it's not going to change really the outcome, because if he wasn't doing it, somebody fucking else would be doing it. So, you know, everybody's usually shit out of luck when it comes to that kind of stuff. And you're not going to change it because they're not going to fucking make any laws about it, or, you know, it tramples on people's, at least in the U.S., fucking rights to do whatever the fuck they want and conduct business however the fuck they want to.
Here, she's getting a product that a lot of people want and turning around and flipping it. And I just think as a creator, you're held to a different standard. And
no, you hold yourself to a different standard. Look, all the creators out there, there's so many creators out there that don't hold themselves to any standard. They get up and they tell their viewers right away, this is who I am. I'm not going to change. You should have did that instead of fucking parading around as somebody you're not, because you could easily go around anybody's channel that has footage of any event you go to and they can see who you really are. It doesn't matter if you don't put it on your own channel. You're caught in 4K in every other instance, vaping and cussing and doing every fucking thing else. So why don't you just do it? You're doing it in this video. So why don't you just fucking do it? You just because you know people are watching you, you're not going to vape and do all that stupid shit, right?
I just personally think it's wrong. Now let's call out the obvious.
See? He just pulled up a fucking, I just saw it right there.
Here too, because we have to talk about it. We're talking about a money situation, then we have to talk about what's going on. Chloe's channel is doing great. She's crushing it. She's killing it, and that's a huge congratulations. That's good. Everybody wants to see, you know, other people do good. That's my dream. I would like to do that, but she's doing it and she's killing it. But there is money behind that. She's getting paid a lot more money, and this just happened recently. She was probably averaging, like, I don't know, I'll put it on screen. A lot of videos getting probably around, you know, 6,000, 8,000, 10,000. Now her videos have more than times 10 that. The average of her videos are, she's got one at 150,000, 120,000, 80,000. Like, videos are crushing, and that's good. I'm not saying that's a bad thing at all. My only point in case of bringing that up is that money just went up a lot. So why do we...
Not really. If it's just YouTube revenue, it's not going up a lot. Come on. She's getting some money, but you should be too. You got 204,000 subscribers.
Need to scalp 6 staff promos.
And I mean, you've got 204,000 subscribers. How much money are you making? Are you making those same kind of views? If not, then you're letting your own channel basically fail. If you can't keep up with somebody who has less subscribers than you, there's maybe an issue that you need to work on personally. So either way, with 204,000 subscribers, why aren't you doing more free shit or fucking, you know, not needing to profit off of people? Why aren't you doing that?
Boggles my mind. Opossum's major point was that everybody thinks like the people that are, you know, he put a picture up of people like standing outside the World's Place selling shit off right off the bat. or the people that were reselling the ukuleles, like those people are scalping universally in the community. Everybody thinks it's wrong and it's bad and people shouldn't be doing that, and they call it scalping. Yet when Chloe does it,
hey, if those people are in Hawaii scalping, if they're native Hawaiians, I don't give a shit. They've been through some shit. Let them profit. Let them profit a little bit.
everything's fine and dandy. Why is that? I completely agree with his point here. That is not okay. Just because it's a creator, like, that should make it worse, in my opinion, is that it's a creator doing it. Look, random example. I cut out the parts where I fucking vape in my videos because I don't want to set an example.
How is it a random example when I seen you pull it up, hold it in your hand a couple minutes back, and you're still holding it in your hand, and you're saying this is a random example? It's not.
Of people vaping. I'm addicted. It's a bad thing I do, but I don't want to. I know that people watch my videos, and you know what I'm saying? Like, as a creator, you do lead by example, and she's ton.
You're not leading by example any better by cursing and stuff like that than you would be vaping or, you know, sipping alcohol and shit like that. Like, or when people catch you, like I said, in other people's videos doing that type of shit, even if you're trying to block it out as much as you can on your own channel, you still go out and act like yourself, your actual self, in a public setting. So it's like, at that point, who cares? Because there's still kids at card party and shit. You're still doing it where they can see you. So you're not really, if you can't 100% maintain your persona online, you might as well not do it at all. Or if that's not your real personality, then why are you fucking faking the funk, homie?
Times 20, 30 times way bigger than I am. It's not okay. It's not okay. Point blank period. It's not okay. It's scalping. Personally,
she's not bigger than you by, at least by the numbers. Let's see. Yeah, Chloe's got 83,000. She's not really bigger than you. She's just better looking than you, I think, is is why she gets more views. People like to see better looking people on YouTube. I've expressed that before. If you look better than myself included or yourself, you're gonna get more views naturally.
I just felt really strongly about this one and wanted to talk on it. Again, at the end of the day, I like Chloe. I've never ever had a single problem with Chloe. I think she's a good person. I think this is just a mistake. I think it is scalping. You know, it's not like Mystic. Fuck Mystic. Don't like that guy. That guy, you know, that's very different from Chloe. That guy is all about his bread, all about his money.
Aren't you? I mean, you know, I can't judge it based off a whole lot. I mean, I see your background, that's about it. But aren't you about your fucking money, dude? I mean, you get to drive around, you go to all these fucking shows, and it's probably because you're on YouTube with 204,000 subscribers, right or wrong? Or is it because your regular job allows it? I don't know. Answer the question. You can comment. Let me know. What's your job? What's your life like? Be a little bit more transparent. Maybe you've said it before. I don't know. I don't watch everybody's channel fucking through and through. So, like I said, leave a comment if you ever watch this and let me know what you think.
I don't think Chloe's like that, but in this situation,
Or let me know what your life is like. What's allowing you to do what it is that you do? Because you go around not just driving around fucking doing events, but you get to visit other tubers and freaking be on their videos and live streams and shit like that. So you obviously got some free time on your hands to do shit. So you're all about your bread in some form or another, to where you got the liberty to go do these types of things.
I do think it was pretty messed up. You're in a place that people dream about. You are a creator, and I just don't think we should be turning around and selling off, you know, I don't know. It sets a bad example. Yeah, I genuinely think it does. I want to hear y'all's thoughts on it. How do you feel about this situation? Appreciate y'all watching, and I will see y'all in the next video. Peace.
So, yeah, you heard my thoughts in this video. So if you want to respond, go ahead. But those are all my opinions as well. We're all fucking scalpers. I'm a scalper. I buy shit, I resell it for more money than what I paid for it. Does the margin matter? Not really, not by definition, no. And you read it out loud yourself. Anytime I buy something, it's because I can afford to purchase it. That doesn't mean that I have to sell it right away, and doesn't mean that I do sell it right away. So, the minute I do put it up for sale, though, it's quick money. It's fast money. And it's a considerable amount of profit compared to, if we want to talk about it, we'll talk about it in percentages. Like, if I buy a pack of Pokemon cards and I resell it, I'm going to make at least 50% on that product of, you know what I'm saying, of profit. So, what is she making off of it? Like I said, we don't really have the real evidence, or at least I haven't seen the real evidence of what she acquired these cards for. So if Chloe wants to let us know, she could do that. If she wants to respond, she could do that. If she wants to be completely silent and ignore it, she could do that as well. She doesn't really have to answer to anybody because she's her own person and she has the freedom to keep her finances as private as possible. It's none of our business, at least in the U.S. sense of things. I don't give a fuck what people do with their time and money and how fast they can make money. I do have opinions about it, but I honestly, at the end of the day, don't care what they do. Same thing with like PokeTuber. I personally didn't like the guy because I started out in the Elite Four with him for a short period. But when we did our initial giveaway, what kind of threw me off was that he clearly had the funds and necessary abilities to do better on our Elite Four giveaways before he just dipped out of the group. And the only thing he could give up for his portion of the giveaways was a bunch of lame ass promo cards. And I'm like, dude, you're opening fucking first edition boxes and shit on your channel, and you don't even have that many subscribers, first off. So that means that you've already got money before your channel is even in its, you know, out of its infancy stages. So why are you offering up promo cards as a giveaway? And here I am. I was at what, 400 subscribers at the time or less, and I'm out here freaking selling off my bulk and trading in my bulk and then getting slabs and giving those away. That's what I was doing. Not trying to say that like that's what you gotta do, but do a little better than some lame ass promos. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, PokeTuber, like I said, you can make all the fucking money you want flipping, you know, $50,000 boxes. It's not really affecting my life. If people can't get a card because it's too fucking expensive, then go online and look at the image. If you really want to admire the artwork and that's what you really do, you could just go fucking look at the picture. Save it in your phone. Make it your fucking wallpaper. If you really only care about the art of Pokemon cards and not the value, then just save the fucking image. It's on the internet for free to look at. You could watch anybody's videos. Just because it's in your possession doesn't really mean shit, does it? If it does, that means that you do care about its value because you have it in your possession. And then you're just lying to yourself and everybody else by saying, oh, I only care about the artwork. Well, it's online for free for you to fucking look at and admire all you fucking want. So that's my opinion anyways on the whole matter. Shout out to Pokey Chloe. Shout out to Shiny Vert. Do whatever the fuck you want to make money. Opossum Bud, do whatever the fuck you want to make money. I don't give a shit. Really. Well, I do give a shit because there's these little fucking fights going on within the community back and forth and back and forth. Every time I fucking turn on YouTube, somebody's got a problem with another creator again, and I'm like, what the fuck? Why do you guys always in everybody else's business? Just shut the fuck up. Quit fucking trying to feud with people or just like nitpick little shit here and there. Just fucking let people do what they're gonna fucking do. Let them do it. Anyways, by the way, Rattle, you fucking Canadian, I don't like you.
Smoking on your top 5.
Wrong one. All right. Anyways, peace out, everybody. Leave a comment down below. If you agree with me, if you agree with them, if you agree with Rattle, if you just want to side with Pokey Chloe because you like that she's a cute girl on the internet, you can do that as well. Everybody's free to do what the fuck they want. You can cry and complain and you could cause drama. Everybody's free to do that. This is just my opinion. I'm not stopping you. Peace out. I think.